Good morning. So, after the past couple days it's been raining, which is so sad because my beautiful dry floor got rained on. But after doing a lot of research, I think my floor is going to be okay. Plywood, so it doesn't retain moisture or swell like OSB does when it gets wet. So anyhow, I think it's going to be okay. So we're going to prep to get ready to frame our walls. Now, 3 of the walls are going to have windows on them. I mean, maybe all 4 walls will have windows, but the main wall that faces the forest, I want that to be all windows, and not just any windows. Oh, there we go. We're doing these old school, I don't know, you call them French windows or sash windows, I guess. Gonna give it a lot of character. It's not gonna be super warm, but it's a small structure, so it should be fine. But it'll just look cool. And these are old windows that I collected from a buddy, and it'd be cool to recycle them. So, because there's gonna be so many windows in at least 2 of the walls, possibly 3, I want to prep these windows to frame them into the wall because I'm gonna kind of build my wall around these windows. Now, I've already done some measurements. They're all pretty much 32 inches or 31 7/8 inches wide, which is perfect. The heights change a little bit, but at the very least, the width won't change. And 32 inches is kind of nice because it's just twice the span of a regular stud span, so I think it'll be okay. Anyhow, I'm gonna take these, measure them up, make sure they're all good to go, stack them, and get ready to frame them into a wall. So let's get after it. I've got them separated. Those are basically a full 32 by almost 32. These are an inch shorter. Those are even shorter, I think. Okay. I'm making these picture windows, so I don't want all this crap. I just want the window. One, 2. That wasn't so bad. Well, she definitely got wet. And to speed the drying process up, I'm gonna take a flamethrower to it. Don't try this at home. Well, sort of works. Yeah, it dries off the initial dampness. So yours truly went and bought some freaking screws that were not rated for pressure treated. Why they would sell something in the decking section, or I mean, not really the decking section, but right beside the decking screws, that had an image on it. Oh, look at this. Freaking construction screws, says right on it. Let me pull this up here. Construction screws. Construction screws. Construction screws. Say it with me now. Construction screws. Apparently, these are construction screws in small print for use in any non-structural project. What? I guess like cabinets or something, but frick. So anyhow, no big deal. There's only like 632 screws in this decking. So I'm gonna take them up and put actual deck screws in, which are the galvanized and painted green or blonde or whatever they are. But pressure treated is super corrosive, and zinc plated apparently is not enough. So I'm gonna be on my hands and knees removing and putting in new screws. I ain't hiding anything from you people. I ain't hiding nothing. I ain't proud of it. I'm kind of pissed off, but all is well. Well, I guess the lesson is oh wow. I'll show you the difference. So look, the screw on the left was in the pressure treated. The screw on the right is brand new. Pressure treated, brand new. So yeah, screw you, zinc. Frickin' A, man. Frickin' A, man. Just come on, man. Frickin' A, man. Oh. There's no way. Something must have happened because that screw, there's nothing left. What the heck is going on here, you know? Only 500 more to go, but I'm gonna stop recording because it's gonna be boring for you to watch. Okay, we're gonna frame up a wall. Now I framed houses for a couple years back in my teens, so it's been a while. I don't know if there's more than one way to frame a house. I'm sure there is, but this is how I learned, so don't hate on me. So first things first, when you go to the lumber yard, select your own wood. If someone else starts selecting wood for you, half the time you're gonna come home and you're gonna realize you have wood that is so warped or twisted or bowed that it's basically unusable. And you know, 2x4 construction, I mean, so a couple of my walls are gonna be 2x4, but the big window wall is gonna be 2x6 because it's got a lot more load that it's bearing, and I just want it to be stronger. But 2x4s in general, they're not the straightest of woods. They're kind of small. They're made from softwood, and depending on where the core was in the tree when the piece of lumber was milled from it, that can determine how twisty and bowed it is. But be as picky as you want to, but obviously you're gonna be limited because it is, you know, construction grade lumber. It's not, you're not building an armoire with it. An armoire. So first things first, I'm gonna bring all my studs here, the wood that I'm gonna use for my top and bottom plates, and line everything up, putting my crowns facing the sky. A crown is when you look down the spine of the wood, the crown is the slow hump that you're gonna see. So you should see it kind of go uphill a bit and then back downhill. If it swoops in, that's the belly. I have no idea what it's called. But obviously it makes it a lot easier because we're gonna build this wall on the ground, then we're gonna raise it up, and all our wood will be crowned in the same direction. Okay. And when you do your top and bottom plates, I'll add a second top plate after, but obviously the nails aren't gonna go through all the lumber. Remember, this is where it all starts for your wall, so you wanna be as close to perfect as possible. So we're gonna come in, I'm gonna drag it all the way down. Everything's butted together. And what you can do is pick one stud to mark, and we're going on center. So you'll measure, mark where your stud's gonna go on center. 32, 48, 64, 80, 96. And right where your plates join, you're gonna wanna put a stud in the middle of that, regardless of where your stud currently is. So now we're gonna flush up the plate here, both the top and bottom. With our speed square, we're just gonna run them and mirror my measurements. Now if you guys really want to learn how to frame, watch the Crazy Framer, I think his name is on YouTube. That guy frames real quick. I think he builds houses by himself. Anyhow, he knows what he's doing. Remember to mark your studs on both boards because I just forgot to do that. The reason you got to do that obviously is because we're just gonna literally drag this board behind us here, behind all our studs, and it has to be a perfect match or else this will screw you up. So now I take my bottom plate, don't flip it, don't turn it, nothing, right there with your second bottom plate right there. Oh, and by the way, Daddy's got a brand new bag. This is dedicated to my cousin Buddy, who swears by Hitachi and Hikoki, but Hikoki is almost impossible to find in North America. Holy, can you hear that thing? Sounds like a snare drum. Love it. All right, so we're just gonna rest these studs up so I can move my bottom plate. Woo, my new nail gun, baby. I'm fired up. I am fired up. My windows are all gonna be 32 inches wide, which works out perfect because they'll all fit between two studs. So I know that this wall, when it's stood up, it's gonna butt up against the other wall. So I'm gonna add another corner brace here so I can nail into the opposing wall when that wall is up. Because I'm framing these existing windows in,
and I'm not like a professional. I have to take my time. That 16-inch on center, those studs right there, they don't change. But this is where we start going every 32 inches to make room for windows. So I'm gonna have 3 windows here. Boom, boom, boom. This actually worked out kind of fun. But obviously the center one is holding my plates together, and the 2 side by side are framing in the windows. And again, I did it in that way, so everything's gonna be easy on the eye. So 3 windows here, space between that, and 3 windows there. So I got some 2x6s because one wall is gonna be 2x6, and 2x6 is gonna be ample for my header, I think. So we're gonna cut 6 pieces at 32 inches, and those will be my headers. Let's take a look here. It's gonna be something like that. Well, whatever. Something like that. I'll have this flush to the wall, that way I can then trim out the windows. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna put my header right flush to the exterior wall. Okay, okay. Thanks for your input, appreciate it. You guys are really, really great. Fire in the hole. That looks strong. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6, baby. Oh. 69 in a big 3/4. All right, I gave you guys a better view so you can see the beauty of the sunset. We go back to our 16-inch markings, so we're gonna run it and mark it. And then guys, we're done this freaking wall together. That's how you do. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! I don't even know if it's recording anymore. It's gotta be running out of film at this point. It's just gotta be running out of film. So I've been going all day. Oh my goonie. Flush him up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, I gotta just at least try it. Gotta try and lift it up. Oh, yeah, frickin' right. Not happening.